Welcome back, everyone, to the late game. My name is Lyke, and with me I have JaKaTaK, Destiny, Bunny, Puck, Pig, Snute, and Neuro. And we are here today talking to you about all kinds of good stuff, primarily StarCraft, because this is a StarCraft 2 talk show. However, we're going to talk about something different right now. Ladies and gentlemen, turkey wraps with barbecue sauce. What are your thoughts? JaKaTaK, go.
I do not believe that it is beneficial for my body to ingest animal proteins, and therefore I will not imbibe.
All right, fair enough. A respectable decision. Destiny, what are your thoughts on the sweet meat of turkey?
I think the turkey is actually a really good it's a really good meat for you if you're trying to if you still want to eat meat but you're trying to lose weight or whatever. Turkey is way better for you than ground beef. I think it has less calories and I think more protein. I might be wrong on that, but
It's extremely lean.
Yeah, it's very lean.
Yeah,
you can even buy a ground turkey if you want to make turkey burgers and shit. It's easy to cook and whatnot. Yeah, turkey's good shit.
Turkey is dank, most dank indeed. Bunny, what are your thoughts on the meat of turkey?
Turkey is very good. I like almost all sorts of meat. So, where's this question coming from even?
Because I'm eating the turkey wrap. What is your favorite?
It's coming from a turkey wrap. Where else would it come from? Think about it.
What is your favorite kind of meat? If you had to choose one meat to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I don't know. I'm so bad with the English food names. It's a hard one.
Steak, beef.
What's it called in your language?
Just make the sound of the animal.
Wait. What do you call beef?
It would just be beef. Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool.
What do you call chicken? What do you call chicken in your? What do you call chicken?
Chicken?
Yeah, you just call it chicken. What in Swedish or whatever?
That's chilling in Danish.
Oh, Danish. I don't fucking know where you guys are from. Whatever.
That's basically the same.
You're all Swedish to me, alright?
You're all Swedish to me.
Cool.
Snute is Swedish, right? Snoot's not Danish, right?
Yeah, Snute is Swedish.
Rip.
Alright.
No, Snoot's from Turkey.
Shut the fuck up.
That's where this whole thing came up from.
It's definitely from Sweden.
All right, Puck, what's the dankest of meats?
It's. I just need my chicken. I'm good.
All right.
All right, simple.
Snoot's from Norway. Fuck all of you. Listen, fuck all of you, okay? I haven't followed the fucking foreign bullshit. Alright, all of you can kill yourselves, alright? Literally everyone can go fuck off and die, okay?
All right, Pig, what do you eat? Kangaroo?
No, he eats pig.
What else? No, man. I eat pig, exactly. Oh, if I had one meat to live off, it would be I would just choose the whole pig, because think about it. You would get so many types of sauce. You get salami, you get bacon, roast pork, pork crackling, you get ham, you get so many different types of meat. The pig is the glorious animal that creates so many different types of meat, man.
Wait.
Just destroys.
All right, hold on. Let's real talk, okay? Have you guys ever seen people that aren't from fucking British created countries or whatever, Europe?
Does that include America or?
No, not America, because I've never heard of a crackling in America. Do you guys know what a crackling is?
It's a
That's the days of Brood War.
Speed upgrade and the.
No, you can't even call this shit in StarCraft 2. That's not a crackling, mate. Crackling's for Brood War exclusively, alright? Whatever we have.
Actually, they exist in Legacy of the Void.
Oh, maybe the upgrade.
They're pretty good in Legacy of the Void. 40% speed increase. It's kind of nuts.
So, all right, hold on. First of all,
Holding.
crackling. It's when it's crackling, not crackling, crackling. All right, so it's.
Is this
Like
barbecue shit?
No, it's when they take a pig belly, right? And they lance it, in a little diamond shape on the top, and they throw it in the oven. Sometimes they put honey glaze on it, but it's literally just the fucking pig stomach, and it looks so good, but I can't find it in America. No one makes crackling.
Google image pork crackling right now, guys, and it is it's glorious. I'm staring at a page of beauty right now.
Pork is probably one of the best, most flavorful shit that you can get out of it. I think everything is fucking delicious. Salami, fucking pork chops, fuck, man, that fat. I don't know.
Look at that.
Oh,
It's right in the middle of the screen right now. That is, and it's just the fatty pig stomach. I mean, you go into this meal knowing that you're eating complete shit, but it looks like the most delicious shit you could ever eat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's some very Danish food, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very known.
All right. Neuro, do you eat meat?
Komodo dragon.
Komodo dragon's your meat of choice. All right. So if you can't get Komodo dragon, how do you feel about lamb?
Lamb is pretty cool. You can like simmer it in some stuff. Generally, the price point is going to be lower than some other meats like steak.
Mm-hmm.
Lamb is cheaper than steak?
It can be. It depends on where you are. The premium for steak, people kind of see it as a status thing, whereas lamb doesn't have the same connotation of, oh yeah, I went out and had some great lamb, versus a steak people think of as sort of a novelty. Yeah.
Where do you live?
Dallas area, so it's super commercial. I'm not like on a ranch or farm or anything yet.
Gotcha. I always wonder, because I've heard that before from friends, but they always live in the coast. I live in like Omaha, Nebraska, so beef is like pretty plentiful here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
All right, we have to ask the real question now, Steven. How do you eat your steak? How do you cook it?
Honest to God, like some people might hate me for this. I usually order mine medium when I go to a restaurant. I think medium rare is the perfect temperature, but every time I go somewhere and I order a fucking cut of meat to be fucking medium rare, I always get the thickest motherfucking steak in the history of all of mankind. So the middle is like fucking blood rare. Like blue is like, I'm like, that's horrible. God. Yeah, like I think that like if I get like a decent cut of meat that's like maybe like I don't know like this thick, like a decent cut of meat and it's like of reasonable thickness, I think medium rare is 100% the best. So that the middle is like warm and red and delicious. But every time I order a steak medium rare, I get this monstrosity of a fucking piece, and like the middle is like blue and cold. It's like fuck this. So I'm gonna go with medium.
Okay. All right. What about you, JaKaTaK? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Bunny.
Dude, I ate meat for a long time. If I were still eating meat, it would be fucking swordfish steak. That stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
Swordfish steak is so delicious. Holy shit.
Wait, what is swordfish steak? Is it swordfish with steak?
No, it's just swordfish.
It's like instead of just having the swordfish, it's like a steak cut.
So not beef at all. Sorry.
Not beef at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you don't eat animal proteins, man.
What? I don't, but I did. I've only been vegan for like 5 years.
Okay.
Oh my God! Someone said to Google it's RIBBE, but it looks exactly like the crackling that I see on the TV show. So it looks the same thing. Let's talk about how Gordon Ramsay is one of the best cooks to watch. I'm not talking about. What?
Oh my God! You're making me hungry, man.
Right?
Why do we keep talking about food?
Look at this shit, man.
It's delicious, man, and we're humans. We all fucking do it.
Like
the
so.
First thing I'm doing after the show is I'm ordering Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh no! We were talking about Buffalo Wild Wings earlier in my stream. I wanted so bad. Oh, you just reminded me.
Why do you like Buffalo Wild Wings?
Fucking why not? Because the chicken is good and the sauce are fucking amazing. What's not to like?
It's extremely expensive. You don't get a lot of meat for your value.
I mean, what?
Fair, all you need to get is a small. You don't have to order a medium or a large. Like that's way.
Wait, what is a small? What is that? Like
yeah, really? Are you fucking European? This is America. We only.
Wait, well, no. I mean, like, what do you mean by small? Is that like a certain number of wings?
Yeah, you just get a smaller portion. Like it's like I think they changed their sizes that you get for each.
I mean, you gotta have at least 10 wings to fill you up. It is pretty expensive. 10
wings in a small. Like, I think
okay.
More. I don't know.
B-dubs is definitely expensive. I'll agree with that, but it's fucking good, man.
It is good. All right, one last topic for a food, and then we'll move on. Chinese food. Anyone here not enjoy Chinese food?
Make a distinction between.
In a sense, I've been to China. I do not like Chinese food anymore.
Ooh.
Okay, go ahead, Neuro. What were you gonna say?
Make a distinction between food that Chinese people make for white Americans versus Chinese food that people make for...
Okay, so we were talking the food that Chinese people make for white Americans. We're talking your main moon, main loon, main some shit or another yellow sign restaurant in the corner of a strip mall, Chinese place, right? That place. Do you guys eat that food? Does anyone not eat that food?
I think that if you eat any kind of normal food, I think you kind of have to like it. It's just like it'll just be like rice and like beef, or like beef and like
it's just salt and fat and sugar. It's delicious.
You can't not like that. I don't agree with that.
MSG.
But you can find bad ones though.
So good.
So you
love MSG.
So when I lived in Pennsylvania, there was a place down the street called Lynn's Garden, and it was just one of those run of the mill, Chinese people making food for white people kind of thing, but their General Tso's was on point. Right now I moved back to Maryland, and the place here, the General Tso's sucks. But is anyone else here not a fan of General Tso's?
That sauce is amazing. I actually just buy the General Tso's sauce and like throw it over, cook it with it all the time. It's so delicious.
I like to use that sauce and then like put it on the rice after. It's the only time I eat the rice is when I can put the General Tso
Wow,
sauce on
you're
it.
so creative and original. No way.
Oh, go fuck yourself, man.
Did you ever use soy sauce on stuff afterwards too? It's so good on rice.
Have you
Wow.
ever used wasabi on tofu? And oh god, the joke is gone. Moving on.
Ryan, or not
Fucking
Ryan. Steven, can
Fuck, you call me Ryan. Where would that even come from?
I'm used to fighting with my best friend, and so I just was kind of in that
Aw.
mode. So, are you? I can't even fucking do the joke now. Jesus Christ! All right, moving on. StarCraft time. Oh, finally, Jesus Christ!
Oh my
All right,
god! Oh, next
JaKaTaK,
topic, please. Yes,
you had a big question asked of you.
I did.
You
Fucking
did.
Holy shit! We're just gonna give a real shout out, super duper quick.
Imdrasil.
That person, Imbecile, who took the time to write up this super huge fucking question, which is kind of nuts. But to summarize, it basically discusses the overkill and yeah, it's
The floor is all yours. I gotta go answer the door.
All right, enjoy yourself. All right. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with overkill, the way overkill worked in Brood War was everything had overkill, meaning that if you have a clump of siege tanks and one Zergling pops up into range of those siege tanks, all the siege tanks will fire and kill that one and waste their shots or overkill that one Zergling. The way it works in StarCraft 2 is only units that are considered to have projectile attacks can overkill. So Blink Stalkers can overkill and Adepts can overkill, all that kind of stuff.
Roaches and Hydras.
Yep. So the suggestion was made that everything ought to have overkill in StarCraft, and then you could make the siege tank stronger as a result, and you could make more interesting play by bringing overkill back. And I have always been in the camp of yes, fucking bring overkill back. We miss it. None of this like smart overkill. You only using the exact number of units to kill a particular unit business, because it just makes it. You lose a lot of opportunities to differentiate your skill from another player by good, tank positioning, or even with a bunch of other units. That's one of the reasons why I like the Lurker so much in Legacy of the Void, because you can overkill with the Lurkers. So you can do cool stuff like blink and draw shots to the side from the first wave of Lurkers, and then attack and finish them off and things like that. But the question is, what do you all think about? What do you all think about overkill? Snute, you have opinions?
I don't like it on the roaches, but for siege tanks, I would love to see overkill. For the Widow Mines as well. And for the Widow Mines as well, it would be amazing to trigger 7 mines with 1 Zergling.
Oh, that would be such bullshit, man.
Wait, Widow Mines don't overkill?
Nope.
No, they're very intelligent.
As they should be. All right, you know what? You can have Widow Mine overkill if Baneling Splash will stop killing my bird Widow Mines.
What? Does that happen?
What? They're not even related things. You're
It
just like,
doesn't-
well, I'm a Terran and you're a Zerg, so I want something.
Exactly. I want to trade.
I think for siege tanks it would be cool.
No, I want Baneling
I wouldn't
friendly
mind
fire.
having a more. I wouldn't mind having a more powerful tank, as long as the splash stays.
That's how I feel about it. I feel like if you could have a more powerful tank and then get, and just have the overkill. And I'm just going to throw in a side question. How do y'all feel about the whole, like, siege tank being able to pick up while in siege mode? Because
Amazing.
It makes me incredibly sad. I feel like the siege tank's, like, identity is being destroyed here.
I love Tank Micro. I think it changes TVT and makes the dancing of siege and unsiege gone. And I that's my least favorite thing about TVT. But I'll let Bunny, an actual Terran, go ahead and give his thoughts.
I'm not quite sure on it yet. It feels a bit weird to micro. I've played some Legacy of the Void, and just because the tank is static, the way you have to pick it up is functions sort of weird right now. It's not really smooth. And for TVT, I don't really know. It does feel a bit silly, but it's not much different than dropping Hellbats from Medivacs on armies, I think.
Which I also think is not necessarily super awesome, yeah?
I think it's
Wait. Do you think Dewdrops are great for TVT? Is that the best? Is that your favorite part of TVT?
Yeah, I think it's really good. Because it's so... okay, this is kind of going off topic now. But the Doom Drops and TVT...
Whoa! Are we really going to go off topic, guys?
I mean, this is
ready.
off topic.
If you're sure.
Go.
But okay.
Liver now interested.
Don't awaken the beast.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway, the way the Doom Drops works in TVT is that it sort of adds more value to having map control. Because if we both have siege lines on... If I have a siege line on your side of the map and you have a defensive siege line, if there wasn't any Doom Drops, there wouldn't really be a lot of merit for either player. But since you have the big drops, you can sort of load up all your stuff. You can like shark around. The opponent can't really leave with his stuff because then you can just attack him and win. And it creates sort of an interesting dynamic where map control becomes really important. So I think the Doom Drops right now in TBT are fine. The tank pickup thing is a little bit weird. It almost seems overpowered if you could do it perfectly, but
The APM
I don't really,
sync is so
I don't
much.
really think you can on outside of Archon mode. Like I played an Archon mode tournament with QXC and we would just go tank drop every single game against Zerg because then one player just sits and micros the tank and it's super good because that's all you have to focus on. So in that aspect, it's kind of cool, but it also does feel a little bit silly to have like the tank up in the medevac and you just drop it off all the time. And I don't know, it's a bit weird. I'm not really sure what I think about it yet.
And that was my tournament, by the way. Everyone, like and league, check it out on Mondays at 10 PST, 7 CEST on Base Rate TV. Anyway, continue.
At first, I thought the tank was going to be unsieged when you dropped it back down again, but that didn't seem to happen. So now we got these 6 siege tanks, and I'm not sure what to do about them.
For TVT, I love it. As far as the TVZ, I really can't comment on the effects that well. I just know that on TVT, I think it freshens up the meta a bit for the mid game.
For TVT, it's super weird when you have like so many medevacs trying to like you try to drop your tanks in blind spots where their tanks can't shoot, but you can shoot on their Hellbats or Marinas and Marauders or whatever, and it becomes really weird. It's sort of cool, but I haven't really played that many long game TVTs in Legacy of the Void.
I think it would be very sad to lose the traditional marine tank TVT as we know it right now, because I think that's one of the coolest things to watch in TVT.
Yeah, that's really good. It just makes it even weirder with the drops, to be honest. The thing where you can load up the tanks.
I can agree with that. I for the nostalgia reason, I would definitely understand not wanting to see that. And maybe I'm just referencing my own personal play more than I am what happens in pro games. That I just don't like the unsiege siege dance.
Well, I think that it's just there's a lot of depth to it, and maybe this is why it's less appealing for Blizzard to keep it in the game, because it's not something you can necessarily appreciate just by watching it the first time if you're not really experienced. But like more and more, like you're noticing, and especially with really good casters who will like explain what's going on with the siege and unsiege and all that positioning and stuff. I think it's a really cool thing, and just doing something like taking a step in the opposite direction and saying, okay, the siege tanks can do more damage, but they can overkill now too, so you have to pay attention to your positioning even more. I think that kind of direction for the siege tank would be so much more interesting than this sort of fly around with siege tanks and it's all super high. It's like really weird.
Okay, now that we're on Legacy of the Void, that we've talked a little bit about Legacy of the Void, I had another thought and I just lost it. So, JaKaTaK, you have any other thoughts on your question from Imdrasil?
No, I think that we all kind of, I don't know, everybody, got a chance to talk about how they feel about Overkill, but I think it's pretty general that most people would really like Overkill to come back into the game.
Okay, so I remembered it now, right? So Snute, Bunny, Puck, Pig, Neuro, Steven, JaKaTaK. There's the unit that was taken out of the game called the Herc, and I really liked the Herc, right?
I remember.
So now let's talk about this for a second. Is that the Herc was taken out because they said it kind of replicated the goal of the Hellbat in the early game, right? And I like the idea of because the Herc only required a tech lab and a barracks. You didn't have to build a factory. I like that you could get to that same route through a different tech path, right? It was a different kind of unit. It worked off a different set of upgrades. So do you think there's anything wrong with Blizzard having units that have that duplicate the same purpose, but in a different way? Like the Herc operated in a different way than the Hellbat did, right? So what about that kind of diversity of tech path? Like you get the same function, but you don't have to invest into factories, kind of thing. Do you see anything wrong with that, JaKaTaK?
I don't know. I don't feel like I got enough chance to play with the Herc to really know like whether or not it was a good idea to remove it. I kind of just at that point in time trust Blizzard to do the right thing. I'm really interested with this new Terran unit being in the out of the starport. Was really interesting.
The Liberator.
Yeah, the Liberator. Yeah.
Well, isn't
has a
this
cool
still
name.
just the unit which David Kim was talking about at last WCS?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
just meant
The
to be
air
and
suit.
Probably-
the air. It's
I don't even think it's gonna be that good. Did you see the cost? It's like $120.
Yeah, but it's like it's, oh.
You know what would be awesome if this unit comes out, it keeps the name the Liberator, but it gets the nickname the Dirty Pillow, or something like that. Anyway,
there'll be this has to become enough of a thing that like in a future expansion there'll be like a neutral critter and it's just a freaking giant pillow that walks around with like little girl drawn on it.
Giant.
The Lycan's girlfriend, you know, like
that's why I got the
the
pillow.
liberator of Lycan's pants.
The pillow never leaves me. I always wake up and the pillow's still there. Anyway, all right, let's see what other questions we can have. Steven, how far are you through Witcher?
I don't know. It's still in the early parts of the game. It's a pretty long game. I think they've said there's like over, I want to say like 150 to 200 hours of content if you try to clear everything.
Damn. So I saw like in one of the images, I didn't see a like gameplay battle against it, but there's like this giant elk monster. It's the only way I can think to describe it. It's like a
It wasn't elk, like a deer.
Yeah, like a, I don't know, some big ass kind of muscular deer
Sure.
monster. I don't know. Okay, well never mind. I have
Okay.
questions about it.
Oh,
But-
I don't know. Play the game if you want.
Man, I don't have time for this shit. I'm saving esports here.
Well,
Anyway, okay. We already discussed that one.
I think Fear Dragon is a pretty good question.
Oh, does he? Of course he
He
does.
does.
I love Fear Dragon.
Shout out to Fear Dragon. Go follow him at Fear Dragon 64. He's the best.
Yeah, it should be Fear Dragon 69. Anyway,
like the sexual position.
Oh, yeah. Lingus and fellatio.
Nice meme.
oh man. And people question why I have you on the show, Steven.
Wow. Just for my every 25 minutes, I have a little blurb.
It's gold every time. All right. From Fear Dragon 64, on the topic of improving yourself as a player, what is the most motivating factor for you to put in extra practice time? Is it extra prize money to sustain yourself? Is it the fame and being well known for being an amazing player? Or is it something else entirely, like a desire to believe in you yourself are improving? Send that to Pig. You're muted.
Who is muted?
Sorry, I was muted. Sorry, can you repeat the question? My bad.
Yeah. So, on the topic of improving yourself as a player, what is the most motivating factor for you to put in extra practice time that is needed? Is it more money for sustainment? Is it the idea of being a glorified, amazing player, or is it just about yourself and your personal goals? What is the most motivating factor for you?
Obviously, they all contribute, but I think the most motivating is usually just the like you want to get on a stage and you want to win games in front of like a really loud audience, and that's what motivates you, to achieve your goals. Like you watch so many games and you study so many games, and obviously getting into it, you really idolized a lot of different players. So I think you just always have that dream of like standing on that stage, kind of holding that trophy, that sort of thing. You just want to get to that level, and on a simpler level, you just want to feel like you're executing the level of beauty that you want in your play. Like you have these games sometimes, and even if you lose, like you feel like it was just such a fucking beautiful game, and you played so well, and your opponent played so well, and those are the games where like you just feel good at the end of that game, no matter what. So I think you always want to deliver that performance when you're in front of a big audience. So I think wanting to do that is what motivates you to want to be your best.
Okay, Bunny, what about you?
The best thing about improving and stuff for me, I think, is just playing official matches is just really, really fun. Like trying to figure out ways to win, and then like playing on bigger and bigger stages, sort of as it gets more prestigious. It's kind of like when I started playing StarCraft, you could really get that kick out of winning from the ladder, practice games, whatever. But then when you play more and more, you sort of need something like a little bigger every time. So it's like then it's online tournaments or then it's offline events, and just playing those games just is so fun and so exciting. And being able to just win and play like games that are even more important, that's the big thing.
All right, Puck, do you think with this, do you think there's something that tournament organizers could do to kind of inspire you? Is it making the tournaments more prestigious? Is it making the tournaments, just changing up the format, or is it putting more money? Is there something that tournament organizers can do to invigorate people?
For me personally, I really dislike traveling to a tournament just to play one match, then have it all be over with. That doesn't necessarily happen very often, but the standard format of either having like group play or a double bracket kind of gets boring over time. Like I'd really like to see more like round robin play, where
Maybe even a Swiss bracket.
Yeah, like something that involves a player playing a lot more people to get a better understanding of where you match up against the other players. I think is a lot more exciting than like maybe have it lead into like a final bracket at the end of it.
I really like the idea of that kind of tournament where you have like an internal MMR system, so to speak, of the bracket. And I guess MMR might be the wrong one, but basically where you play everyone in the tournament, and depending on how you do, but also how people you played do. So if you beat someone, but they all ended up winning against like the top 3 people in the tournament, you actually get points for that. If you played,
that kind of internal system would get really clusterfucky really fast, I think.
I mean, I imagine that.
I think you can do it pretty simply though. Like if everyone plays everyone, you can do like the
MLG
ranking of
did something like last year at MLG Anaheim. They had a round robin style play for their groups, where everyone played everybody, and then depending on how you did in that, it seeded you into a bracket. Like I really like the MLG.
Yeah, I really like that format.
Okay, cool. So anyone have a final thought on that? I know Fear Dragon's been working on some projects. There's no like definitive thing, but he's really trying to help contribute to the NA and the EU scene and trying to make things better. Make people want to practice. And so, anyone have any final thoughts on that?
Yeah, think about how awesome it is to play a strategy game where you can hit the limit of your cognition, you hit the limit of your mechanics, how fast you move your hand, and how refreshing that is, how fast-paced it feels. You don't really get that same feeling in the activities in life. So really just appreciating the nature of what it means to play a hard StarCraft match and savoring that level of expression, that level of cognitive and physiological exercise. It's fucking awesome.
There we go.
It's fucking awesome.
It's fucking awesome.
I just do it for the esports pitches, man. I thought that was the common thing.
No, they're all playing League of Legends, but I guess that might explain your transition.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's see. PCA. We already answered those questions. Steven, can dank memes? Can't even say it. Can dank memes melt steel memes?
Oh no, man. How am I supposed to answer that?
But will it blend?
All right, let's see. Would a new late game bio unit be good? Any suggestions? I'll send this to Bunny since he's the resident good Terran. Would a late game bio unit be good for Terran?
I would love it, but it's like, isn't
there a unit that has like a rifle or whatever that used to be good?
Oh,
yeah, the Ghost, man. Those were the days with the 45 damage knife.
Oh boy.
But I don't know. A late game bio unit, it seems kind of, because bio is supposed to be fast and strong in the mid game, and that's kind of what creates the incentive for Terran to attack a lot. If bio is also good in the late game, it's like the incentive to attack is maybe gone, and less actions will happen in the game. I don't know. Probably not very good for the game to have some super late game bio unit, but I would like to see it for my own.
I know a late game bio unit.
A Marine?
It appears when I'm in my early mid game, right in front of my base. The Hellbat.
And that's where it should be. That or in the front of your base or in your mineral line. Those are the two places the Hellbat thrives the most.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's the Thor, you know, just the large mechanical bio unit that we all know and love.
Well, but it can't be healed.
Yeah, but it's still a bio unit.
No more battlefield repair.
It's just a bigger,
Ripped
it's just a bigger
balls.
Marauder. That's really all it is.
A Marauder that can shoot up. You're welcome, Zombie
That's right.
Grub. That's the way to think about it.
Zombie Grub's been harping on that for a while. Didn't know. It's been here the whole time. It's called the Thor.
I just want Hellbats that can shoot up and roast Mutalisks. That's what I want.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let's see. All right. Hey, yeah, here we go. Bunny. No, we'll go Snute. Start with Bunny all the time. How common is it for Koreans to play custom games with foreigners? I know that there's server issues sometimes, but when there are Koreans in position, how often does that happen?
Maybe if they're in Europe, but in general, it's very uncommon.
Now, is that just because the issues between Korea and Europe, or do you think they?
Yeah, I mean, they don't really want to play on NA with latency against players that aren't all that good. I mean, if you ask them nicely, then, you know, it's always worth it to try, but I wouldn't say it's a very common thing, so it's not very common.
Well, let's talk about real quick before we go to the next question. Apocalypse, the Korean player, Apocalypse. One of the nicest guys in the fucking world. You know, me, I was back, I think I was just Gold League at the time, and he played a couple hours with me, custom games, on NA, so definitely a really nice guy. He kind of sort of retired, so shout out to Apocalypse.
Yeah, I actually played him recently, and I wish we would see more of him. He's really nice.
He's good, and Steven, he made it pretty far in your tournament, didn't he?
Yeah, but I'm a little bit grudged against him because he helped some other Korean guy cheat to get in, so.
Oh. What? No, not APOC.
Your vision of Apocalypse is
I think it was Sleep, which was also really awkward because I lost Sleep in a tournament, but thankfully no one accused me of just banning him because I was salty. Like, when I looked through his thing for qualifications, there was some Korean that Sleep had won, like, I think it was like 10 games in a row against, and they were like 1 or 2 minutes, and it was a Terran player from NA whose record was like, it was like 84-12. Like, it had to be APOC. There was literally no other Terran on NA who it could have been. And then, like, going through the match history more, it became more and more obvious. It's probably APOC, so.
Oh, that sucks.
Rip.
Yeah, rip. Oh, damn it. All right, so that's, oh man, that's a long question. We'll save that for later. Let's see. All right. Does anyone here are we all familiar with Celebrity StarCraft Jeopardy?
Oh yeah, man, that show's awesome.
All right, so I know that I'm sure he would be happy to have any of you guys on it, but it's just StarCraft trivia show. It's just like Jeopardy, except StarCraft topic.
Oh, is that why it's called StarCraft Jeopardy? Thanks.
Right? Hey, you know what, man?
Do you have any more exposition about it? Is it like, do you have to answer in the form of a question too, like Jeopardy, or?
Oh yeah, man. Answer in the form of a question, just like Jeopardy.
I got nothing. Yeah. So anyway, if you guys are ever interested in it, the SC2T, his name's Troy Pavlik. You can find him on Twitter. You should tweet at him if you ever want to get on that, because it's actually a lot of fun. Especially if you've been around for a little while, you might know a thing or two about Brood War, and you might be able to win. Unlike myself, though, I think I came in second, which I was pretty shocked about, since I'm still relatively new to StarCraft. Anyway, this is part of the show where it falls apart because you guys ask really long questions, and I don't have time to read all of these between the time of the post and now. So I do apologize if I skip over.
Come on, guys. Brevity is a soul of wit.
Fucking Destiny channeling Neuro.
Seriously. No, that's pretty true.
It's not my quote.
Spear, I
It's a
believe.
classic one.
Oh yeah, so how about the hoax today of Idra, all right? Where Huck was like...
That wasn't a hoax. That was just Huck making a really dumb joke because he didn't understand how desperate the StarCraft community is for anybody to come and Huck fucked up really bad.
Oh.
It wasn't even like a malicious joke by Huck. I thought Huck would just do it and think it was funny, but like...
I mean, I won't lie. I got excited. I was like, oh shit, I gotta make
yeah.
sure I watch the Clan Wars today. But Anyway. I think we're just about done with the questions. If I missed your questions, I do apologize. It's not because I don't want to answer them. It's because, I've got these guys. These guys are Snute and Bunny. It's late for them. Pig woke up early for this. He has a day of practice and kicking ass to get to. Dank memes and all around things to do for everyone. So
People in the chat, this is your opportunity to step it up and be like, hey, I could help out by screening questions, and go ahead and tweet it, like it, and be like, hey, I could help you screen questions for the next show. I could be a really helpful person. It'll only take a couple hours of your day. Think about it.
JaKaTaK,
Just
poignant
saying.
as ever.
Just saying.
Thank you, Jack. All right. Okay, so let's see. There's one more. So give me 1 second of awkward silence or JaKaTaK, Neuro, Destiny. Destiny, you have a story to tell us? Anything you can talk about real quick while I read this question?
Talk about it while you read a question at the same time?
No, he's not to read the question out loud. He just wants
Oh.
to try to stall for time in some sort of a way
What
where
do you guys
someone keeps
have?
talking about something and it fills up the space. We don't feel weird about.
Like, pretend this is
Wow.
DreamHack, right? And we have production time, downtime.
Like it. This is your time to read. We're stalling for time.
Got
Read your
it.
question.
That's what we're doing.
Anyway.
Yeah, you shouldn't be
Should we,
listening.
should we play the penis game?
penis game?
So, like, you just got to say it louder than the next person?
I know what it is. I live in a house though, so I can say it however the fuck loud I want. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, we're gonna play this game. Right. I'm gonna go first. Okay. So the way that this works is you start off saying penis at at a quiet volume, and then the next person has to say it a little bit louder. Okay, and then you do that until whoever says it the loudest is the winner, or until you get caught. Okay, ready? We all got the rules, right?
External male genitalia.
Okay. I'm gonna go next. Okay. Penis. All right. Now it's your guys. Now somebody has to go after me. Go.
Penis!
All right. Who's next?
Testicular cancer.
That's horrible.
Oh, that's awful. Penis!
All right. Okay. Are we really doing this?
Bunny, let's go.
Oh man, I live in an apartment. This is not
Okay, buddy.
We all have to take one for the team once in a while, man.
Okay, it sucks.
Did you get the question?
So we already discussed this. It's about coaching, about people acquiring
Jesus
a coach.
Christ.
But we just got that amazing piece of content, so I'm not going to complain at all. All right, cool. So with that, I think we're close to wrapping this thing up. I want to thank everyone here for coming on. I want to thank Steven, as always, being my co-host, JaKaTaK, Puck, Bunny, Pig, Snute, and Neuro. This wasn't as bad as for having 8 people on the show. So I'm very happy with the way things went. We're going to say our goodbyes, though. We're going to start with our 2 new guys. Snute, thank you for coming on. Do you want to give any shout-outs? Tell people what's going on in your world and where they can find you.
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter. I always post there when I'm playing official matches. At least I try to. I'm playing against Velmu tomorrow at 18 CEST. So you can follow me there in the Yord League by Base Trade TV. And besides that, just shout out to Team Liquid and our sponsors, Alienware, Razer, HTC, HyperX, Namecheap, and more. Go to teamliquidpro.com. And there's a lot of sponsors going really well nowadays. That's it.
Good. Bunny, what about you?
Yeah, well, I recently came back from LA. I got first in my WCS group, so that's good. So now, since my group was the absolute first one, I have a lot of time at home. So I'm gonna be trying to stream a bit over at twitch.tv/liquidbunny. And yeah, as always, thanks to the team and the sponsors, HTC, Need for Seed, Best Nutrition, and yeah, check out teamliquidpro.com for the rest of it.
Why? What is teamliquidpro.com?
It's our website, man.
It's our website, yeah.
It looks really nice. You find a lot of cool info,
You can meet women.
nice pictures. Very nice
Wow.
pictures.
It's about the pro side of TL as opposed to the forums.
So,
I thought you were gonna say it's about the pro side of TL as opposed to the foreigners. I'm sorry. it sounds-
Wow.
I was gonna say, damn, it's pretty harsh, but I mean,
all right, before we finish our outros, I asked Nicey after they announced the air unit. I said, made my comment about wanting to see Hellbats roasting Mutalisk, and Nicey username was kind enough to oblige, and I linked it to you guys, but I can't I can't fucking.
Oh
There we
man,
go.
I gotta put it on our StarCraft so I can get all the karma right away.
Oh, shit. Here's a question, because I haven't followed StarCraft at all in the past 2 months. What is Asia still alive, or what?
Yeah, he's alive. He's played some online tournaments recently.
Is he just like chilling?
He
He doesn't really practice that much. Has never practiced that much for the past 2 years, but he's still like someone who is very naturally talented and has played so many games in the past. He still plays some show matches online. He lost in Codes, so he's kind of out now in Korea. When you're not in those leagues, there's not that much exposure to be gained, but he still plays a lot of online show matches like the ones Rotterdam invite to and the Gravity show matches and stuff, and he's doing really well.
Yeah, he's still
He had
doing
a
well.
crazy fucking show match against Parting in the Gravity that I got to cast. It was fucking nuts. It went to game 8.
He went 3-4 against Parting, which is really impressive nowadays because Parting is kicking everyone's asses.
That's on Reddit. Parting has an 80% win rate right now
He
in
beat
tournament games.
Fantasy and Fantasy and Jadong as well.
Yeah, it's really sick.
Parting is on tear right
He's
now.
still Teja. Yes.
Tasia is awesome. Hey, yeah. All right, we're bringing up Tasia. I'll bring up my shoes. I had these made because I was once the biggest Tasia fan in the world. These are my Team Liquid shoes. Oh, we have 2 Liquid guys. Check that out. You ever see your logo on a shoe before? Check out that shit.
Bam.
Look at
Spenu,
that.
get on it. Come on, Spenu.
Your
Get
webcam's actually
Get
much
some
smaller
pro league
than me.
shoes.
Yeah, your webcam doesn't show for us, asshole.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, you guys.
You gotta wait.
man.
Just look at the stream. Get
Yeah,
the
I see it
logo
now.
on.
Those are sick.
Thank you.
That's badass, man.
Look at that. Fucking. They
That is a
said.
badass fucking shoe.
I know, right? All right.
Jesus.
Cool. That's the
Anyway.
coolest thing I have in the world. My StarCraft shoes. Anyway, sorry. Sidetrack. Puck, thank you for coming on. It's always great to have you. Why don't you tell us what's going on in Puck's world?
Puck's world. Well, I just finished finals. Took a small break from StarCraft, like a week and a half, kind of. And I think that helped me a lot because I feel really motivated and I'm playing very well on my Smurf accounts. Not so much when I stream, so I feel like I'm gonna actually start like not focusing much on streaming as much I am practice and see how I do this summer, since it's kind of like the time to do it. I feel. Other than that, I mean, I'm really excited to go eat some Buffalo Wild Wings.
Fuck.
And
Are you playing an EU?
I
And like-
have done some. The issue when I play on EU is I'll get momentarily spikes of like 2 to 3 seconds, like just very
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know what kind of lag you're talking about.
and it's just very frustrating.
And it's the weird lag where like everything kind of catches up afterwards, right? Yeah, like you'll see like everything, like a battle will be about to start and then it'll pause for a second and then it'll like all fast forward and all your shit is dead. You're like, oh.
Like it's like I can still get a lot of good value practice from EU because when that's not happening,
Mm-hmm.
the lag isn't like necessarily bad. Like it's like a maybe 0.3 second delay, which is very playable. I feel.
It feels like it's so off-putting though, like when that kind of lag does happen. Like I don't know, the mental part. Maybe I'm just too weak mentally, but that would always really fucking annoy me, especially if I'm in like a 20, 30, 40-minute game and like those moments start to happen. Like I would get like hell fucking rustle, like it's such a fucking waste of time.
That's how it is for me too. Like I
Oh.
can't. I just switched servers right away the first time it happens. I'm just like can't deal
Fuck
with this. But other than that, I mean, practice has been going very well. So I've been playing 6 to 7 hours a day, whereas before I was maybe playing a few later. Like, it wasn't good during this school semester compared to how it was in most other school semesters. So yeah, I'm starting to perform better. So
Good. Awesome. Well, thank you again for coming on. Pig, what's going on down under?
Not too much. Just been streaming a lot. Just kicked on my stream. I'm about to do some coaching on some Platinum ZVP. So if anyone does want to check that out, you can check it out, x5_pig. After that, just going to be streaming ladder. Finally back to GM level with my hotkeys. Still feel pretty iffy, but at least I can
How
ladder
long
now.
did that
so,
take you to
going
get back
pretty
to
nice.
GM level? Real quick, how many days?
I haven't been practicing full time by any means because I've been doing a lot of coaching and streaming different things as well as a few other things been coming up. But I mean, when did I start? I think it was like probably about 3 weeks ago. it was about then. And I mean, I'm like high GM level now. Like I'm beating like, you know, top 100 GMs on Korea. I just feel like I'm really, really bad sometimes. So like I can still probably lose to diamond players in like certain situations. Just when like my hands don't know what to do when the adrenaline's kind of pumping. Like if the game picks up and there's like too much like reacting to things, it becomes a lot harder. But if I've got my flow down and I'm kind of dictating the pace of the game, I can play like two tiers above that. But that's been pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to kind of everything being on a better level than it was before. But yeah, thanks for having us on, Lycan. It was a pretty good chat we had today. Big thanks to NVIDIA, sponsor of Team Exile 5, my awesome team, and of course my personal sponsor, Oris. But yeah, I gotta go coach now. So thanks for having me on, guys. And I'm just gonna duck out early.
Yep. Thanks, man.
All right. See ya.
Neuro,
See you later.
what's good with you? What are you doing? What are you up to? Where can people find you?
I'm actually getting onto the core hotkey layout as well. I am about 3 weeks, less, maybe 5 days behind Pig, so it's still just injecting hatches and spreading creep. Very basic stuff, but I'm still writing for the weekly all-in. I will link this week's edition, which, like I said, was on communication, challenging people to be more deliberate and mindful of the words that they're putting in situations, and seeking to become better communicators over time, so people understand what you're saying. Next week will be on investment and loss, so it's basically an article that's on the topics we covered today. And after this talk, I'll be streaming Witcher 3.
How far are you into Witcher 3?
I talked to a couple NPCs. I played that game.
I'm gonna be the Gwent master, dude. I'm like so good at Gwent. If any of you guys like, I don't even know if it's possible to play against him, but if any of you guys play The Witcher 3 and get into Gwent, oh man, dude.
Can you do multiplayer for that? Because it's the different cards with the scores, with the weather effects and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. Nice minigame.
Awesome. Well, cool. Thank you, Neuro, for coming on. JaKaTaK. What's going on in your world? When is anything coming out? Like of your little projects down there? Any of the past content that they were supposed to release? Any word on that?
Oh, so concerning training camp, in case you guys want to know about the whole CSN training camp thing, right now we are sorting through 1 terabyte of unorganized, unlabeled footage from the old video editor.
Terabyte, Jesus
don't know what the fuck
Christ.
anything is, and in order to make the show, we have to figure out what everything is because the video editor got a job to work at Riot. So we kind of went for that. We can't blame him for that. But as a result, we have a lot of really tedious, really boring work ahead of us that we've been slamming out every single day. And after that, we get to do the fun part of actually, putting the show together and putting the episodes together. But that's in the CSN world. As far as me, new episode has been a long time. New episode of Bronze Science will be coming out tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
1 p.m. EST. I really had a lot of fun making it, and I did make it live on stream, so a lot of different people got their jokes in there as well. So thank you to the JaKaTaK for assisting, and pulls up for the next video we're going to work on, and I stream it twitch.tv/JaKaTaK So if you want to hang out and make videos with me, you can do that. Or you can tell me how bad I am at Legacy of the Void. That's also helpful. And then you can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/JaKaTaKTV, facebook.com/JaKaTaKTV. You can support me directly, patreon.com/JaKaTaKTV, and internet.com/JaKaTaKTV. So if you have any sort of following thing that you want to do, you know where to find it.
Awesome. Last but not least, Steven, what are you up to? Where can people find you? What's going on in Steven's world?
I got so much exciting shit going on. I'm probably for the next few days I'm gonna be grinding through The Witcher 3. I got I landed a sponsorship from the people that made the Clicker Heroes game. So Clicker Heroes is now out on Steam, so I will be playing Clicker Heroes once I finish The Witcher 3 Legends.
Why is everyone laughing?
Because there have been multiple talk shows where you've heard Steven playing Clicker Heroes.
Yeah, my everyday carry video is coming. Hopefully this Sunday. The Witcher launch and all that is going to take a lot of time. But yeah, just playing The Witcher 3 for now.
Awesome. Are you going to stream after this?
Yeah, I've got to talk to somebody about something, but then I'll be streaming afterwards, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, and last but not least, my name is Lycan. Thank you all for watching the show. Really appreciate it. Please check out our sponsor, even if it's just right now. Look down below. You see that little link to to the chairs for gaming. Just click that, go look at that. If you're ever interested in one of those chairs, I have one. Ask me questions about it. It's a trial period, so I still have time to be completely honest about this chair until after, next month, and then I have to lie to you and say I love the chair, but I genuinely do love the chair. So check it out. If you have any questions, I will answer them completely truthfully, because if this was a ship product, I would not be promoting it. I feed myself through a day job, so I don't have to lie to you guys yet. I haven't sold out yet. But other than that, if you have Twitter, please follow me at LikeandGTV. I'm also on Facebook at facebook.com/LikeandGTV. And then you can find these VODs on YouTube. I know, for the first time in a long time, I took my sweet ass time putting the video up for last week, and I do apologize, and I will make it up for you by putting things up tomorrow on time, as usual. They're usually up before noon Eastern time. So VODs will be up tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, you can follow or subscribe. And I want to give a huge thank you to Pig, Snute, Puck, Bunny, Destiny, JaKaTaK, and Neuro for all coming on the show. The show wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for awesome guests like you. With that, everyone have a great time, and we'll see you next week.
So dirty.